This video is not intended for children. Viewer discretion is advised.
If you haven't already, please like, share, and subscribe. Thank you.
Thank you.
Greetings, one and all, and welcome to Mornings of Mischief's Week in Review. I'm your host, Stone Loki, and with me today is the one, the only, the Rooster in the Henhouse, Dave Bob. Good morning, Dave Bob.
Good morning. How are y'all doing out there?
I'm doing great. Mexican Iron Man looks like he's doing great. He's screaming Chopper Dance, part of the Rooster. Love this intro. Good morning, Mexican Iron Man. Good morning, Purple Valkyrie. Good morning, Chris Persia. Good morning, Arwen Avalon. Good morning, Mark the Infinitely Tired. Good morning, Snorted Poopus Cuber. Hello, everyone. Keely Chow, Roll Tide. Keely, Roll Tide. My favorite polar bear, of course, is Snorted Poopus Cuber. Showback, TJC. How are you doing, brother? Brightest Day. Good morning. Thank you for being here, Brightest Day. Daryl the Derelict. Good morning, brother. Sit room. Psychodorp 9. How are you doing, brother? Gun Bunny. Good morning, Gun Bunny. Good morning, everyone. I hope you are all doing well and have a great week. Dean Krantz. Good morning. Andrew 46 and 2. Good morning. Good morning, everybody. I hope I didn't miss anybody. I'm looking. I don't think I missed anybody. I hope I didn't miss anybody. If I missed you, I'm sorry. I hope you guys have had a good week and that it has been kick-ass for you. DJ Ronnie G, good morning. I tell you who hasn't had a good week, and that is a certain Frenchman named Juicy Smollett.
Juicy.
Juicy. Good old Juicy, the Frenchman Juicy. He has had a bad week. It looks like someone may be getting some jail time. Isn't that something? Lie about a hate crime. You walk around going, but they said this was MAGA country.
Yeah.
And now you're going to jail.
Well, honestly, he compounded his error by sticking to the story and then making it go to trial. I mean, if he had probably just admitted up front that, he screwed up and it hadn't happened, he probably wouldn't face any jail time. But now, hopefully, he gets at least some jail time.
And Psychodorp 9 says the juice is going to get squeezed. Dean Krantz, guilty 5 out of 6.
Yep. I think I read somewhere he's actually can get up to they originally said 3 years, but now they're saying if they made all 5 of them, back to back, it could be up to 15 years or something.
Soul Assassin says, I hope Juicy didn't beat himself up too bad over the court verdict.
Oh, have mercy.
I think if he had, there would have been a call to the cops.
Well,
He'd have
honestly,
called the cops on himself.
yeah. Honestly, I just love it when you look back at all the tweets, the far left, Kamala Harris. Oh, he's such a sweet guy. This can't be can't stand this kind of hate. All of the rhetoric that they were spouting, and it was all nothing but a hoax. Nothing. But
Well, yeah, and even when that came out that it was a hoax,
yeah,
some of those reporters said, "Well, this is something that needed to happen. This is something that the hatred in this country needs to be addressed. The hatred in this country needs to be addressed." I don't see a lot of hatred.
no, honestly, he was
Besides
trying
from
to
them.
stir it up. He was trying to stir up hatred. I mean,
Yes.
that really was his goal with that, was to stir up hatred.
That's right. Mexican Iron Man with $5 super chat. What a week. Love you all in chat. Hail, Brother Loki and Brother Dave Bob. Thank you so much, Mexican
Iron Man.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you so very much, Mexican Iron Man, for that super chat. Project Storytime Loki. I just watched Nick Rakita, and he thinks just he won't see any jail time. Chicago doesn't seek out jail time for minor felonies.
Well, they should at least try to set an example.
And Coach from over at Echo Base Network, our brother, says, "Good morning, Brother Loki and the man, Dave Bob. Love you, boys. We love you too, brother. Keep rocking.
Sir.
Keep it rocking. Big things coming from EBN you guys are going to hear about.
Going back to Saturday night.
Going back to Saturday nights. Going back to Saturday. Da, na, na, na. Oh, wait a minute. That's Upper East Side. Never mind. Oh, shit. But yeah, so we got Juicy may not. They probably won't. But considering there's 5 of them. 5 of them. And the amount of money, he's going to lose a lot of money.
Right.
This is a guy that was making $125,000 on that show Empire, and he was like 3rd string too on that show, and it wasn't enough money. Could you imagine that? $125,000 an episode.
Yeah,
and it
he
wasn't
was trying
enough
to get
money.
a signal boost. That's all he was trying to do, just get his name out there in front of everybody. And of course, for a while, it worked. But when you tell a lie, and even if you're George Costanza, even if you believe the lie, that doesn't mean that it ain't a lie. Yep,
We should do DJ Ronna G says we should do a remix of Juicy by Biggie. It was all a lie. I paid some random Somalian guy. Yeah, I can see that.
I saw a parody of that yesterday, and it was funnier than hell. Oh man, some of those guys out there, they can come up with some pretty good videos on stuff like that.
He's like a secret hero in Hollywood.
Yeah,
he is. They don't talk about it, but he's gonna get more work. Yeah, he did get fired for Empire, but yeah, he's like that guy that he really took one for the team because he brought people noticed more about what is going on, all the hate. He brought the hate to the forefront. He really did.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
Not about Juicy though. Did you hear about Cowboy Bebop?
Couldn't have happened to a better show.
What happened? I thought this was like Netflix's damn. This is like, damn, we're bringing anime to life, y'all. We're taking anime and we're bringing it out to life. I mean, that should be like It should be like, big, huge, just almost like Netflix needs to make money.
Yeah, they just forgot that what they put up there was not Cowboy Bebop. It was a version that nobody cared for. And they also let the actors talk smack to the customers. And after a while, people get tired of that crap.
I mean, I'm sure there were some fans of this show. I know Jesse was a fan of this show. I guess they're going to be upset, but unfortunately, the fans were few and far between. People love the anime, and this is
anime fans probably didn't go for it. I mean, just to be honest, if you were an anime fan, you probably thought that was some kind of blasphemy.
So, Arwen Avalon, actors talking smack say it ain't so.
Yeah, that's not a good thing to belittle your customers. They tend to get a little testy about such things.
Oh, Mexican Iron Man contemplations will return.
Ooh.
I think I still got one of those on my. I don't know if I still do or not. I don't know if I still do or not. Contemplations with Mexican Iron Man will return.
I wonder what he'll be contemplating. Probably contemplating about Purple Valkyrie.
Oh, shit. Hi.
Oh.
Giggity. Oh, come on. Hurry up. I don't know why it's taking so long. I really don't. Probably because I'm broadcasting at the same time. It's like, wow, what are you trying to do? You're trying to do an upload and do an upload at the same time. 2 uploads do not make a download. I don't know. I think that's what it said. Anyway, I'm trying to be funny, and it's not working this morning because I'm still tired.
False alarm. There will not be any Mexican Iron Man contemplation videos, except for maybe Purple. Other than that, no way, Jose.
It's funny you say that, Mexican Iron Man. What could this be? What on earth? Oops. With a $5 super chat says there shall not be any Mexican Iron Man contemplation videos except for maybe Purple. Wow, Mexican Iron Man. Coach, yes.
Chris has it right. It's not contemplations. That's all you think about.
Snuggle Bear! Okay, so Loki never gets rid of anything. And I do believe that was either the first or the second. That was the first or the second Mexican Iron Man in contemplation videos. I'm not sure which one that was, but Coach sent that to me to play on the air one morning. So I still had it.
Oh, man.
Was that the Mexican Iron Man mating call? And Coach, that was number 2. Yes, that was all Coach. That was all Coach. Coach sent that to me one day and was like, play this on the morning show. And I was like, okay. It's the only reason why I had it. But I still have it because I never get rid of anything.
Dang it, Sparta.
Oh, my God. Oh, shit.
Man, you can't get any better than that.
Oh, I've been working with Sparta. I have been working with Sparta. We've been working on getting some of the kinks out of this system.
Yeah, I heard your voice this morning when she was disguising it. It's kind of freaky.
It is. And you can hear my keyboard, you know. But
well,
yeah, absolutely. She's pissed. She is really pissed.
Fuck you, Mexican Iron Man. I am suing you for touching my port.
Oh!
Whoa.
Oh! Oh!
Touched her in a bad spot.
Mexican Iron Man, what did you do? Hashtag shut my mouth next time. You've been touching Sparta's port? Bad, Mexican Iron Man. Oh.
Sparta, show us where he touched you.
Yeah, show us on your show us on the tower where he touched you. Bad Mexican Iron Man. What do you have to say for yourself, Mexican Iron Man? Oh,
what
shit.
The hell?
Oh my God. Okay. So that happened.
Yep.
Bad touch. Bad touch.
Bad touch.
Oh, so what do we got? We've got Chris Hemsworth.
Yeah.
Marvel doesn't want him anymore.
Doesn't want him anymore. I bet the ladies are kind of mad about that.
As long as they'll have me, I'll turn up, but I feel like they might be waning that kind of enthusiasm for me to keep playing the character, he said. Natalie Portman, however, confirms Jane Foster will have different powers than Chris Hemsworth's Thor. So Jane Foster's Thor, Thor, is going to have different powers.
Yeah, they're going to beat that horse until it's pretty much a pile of goo.
Oh, I'll take him if Marvel doesn't want him. If Marvel doesn't want him, can I have him?
Yeah, right now. I think,
how could you ladies fall for that blonde muscle?
Yeah.
Brainless blonde muscle.
It's almost like it's programmed into the human race to find attractive people desirable. I wonder why that is. Contemplate that, Mexican Iron Man.
Oh, shit.
Oh, have mercy. Hey, did you hear about Disney? They're saying they're gonna reboot Firefly.
No.
That's
Arwen,
what I
I don't
hear.
exactly want him for his brains, Loki. We can have him on a timeshare, Arwen. Mexican Iron Man, Purple Valkyrie, I shall fight lightsabers at dawn against Thor and Puff for the love of the Valkyrie. Oh my.
Yep.
The Rooster's getting cocky. I like that. I like that. The Rooster's getting cocky. I like that. I really like that. No.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. And Josh Whedon is not, so far, he's not even being, he's not going to be involved with it either.
Oh, of course not, because he can't be involved with anything. He's a
Nope.
chauvinistic. He's a bad man.
He's been canceled.
He's been canceled. So of course not. Joss Whedon will not be involved.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, you know,
workplace harassment has been the reason he won't be returning. Warner Media conducted an investigation resulting in swift action from the studio, being exited HBO Max series The Nevers, and Disney won't have him. I'll tell you what, if I was Disney, I'd bring him on board just to piss people off.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, that show is his creation, and you know he did a brilliant job on it. One of my favorite things he's ever done. You know, Buffy was okay. Don't get me wrong, but I mean, as far as original programming, Firefly was pretty good.
So it's unlikely, obviously, that the original cast, is going to reprise the roles. I bet you they bring them in.
Oh yeah, they'll bring them in. Just try to get viewership up, just like, you know.
Well, you bring them in as guests. You bring them in as guest appearances, and you don't even have to be their character. You can bring them back as other people.
Well, hopefully they would bring them back as themselves. But then again, who knows what it'll be? It could be a reboot, you know, before the war started. You know, it could be something, you know, right after the war started, whatever, you know. They could go a whole lot of different directions with it, but really, you're not going to catch the Firefly in the bottle again. You didn't get my pun there, right? Lightning in a bottle.
Lightning in a bottle. So another fan favorite gets remade, screwed up, and ignored. Anyone want to start a pool on who they'll blame when Disney Firefly fails? Archer Collin.
They'll never admit it fails. I mean, even to this day, anything that they put up there so far, you know, on Disney Plus hasn't failed according to them. Every time.
Tudeki's dead? No freaking way. No, there's no way. The guy who played Wash.
No, he's still alive. He was just on that a new show last year about the alien. Now, Book, I think Book died, didn't he?
I don't know. I'm gonna have to look. Okay, there's no way Tudeki's dead. Tudeki.
No, Alan.
No, he's still years old. Yeah. He's 50 years old, living in El Paso, Texas.
Yeah, he's still around. He on the show he died, I think, is what she was trying to say.
Is Ron Glass still alive? No, he's dead. He died in 2016. Marina Baccarin's still alive. That's Inara. Adam Baldwin, of course, is still alive. Nathan Fillion's still alive. Gina Torres is still alive. Summer Glau still alive.
Marina Basarin's still alive, too.
Joel State's still alive. She was in Stargate Atlantis. I don't think they can bring Christina Hendricks back. She doesn't quite look the same as she did, but
Hey, she still looks good.
Sean Mayer's still alive. Okay, so Book's dead. All right. Yeah, the Wash character died in the movie.
Yeah, the only way they could, bring the whole crew back would be as if they did it,
Snow
before.
Dub, I'm sorry. I didn't see you there, brother. I did not see your. Go ahead.
No, I was
Go
just
ahead,
saying they could go back, before the events of Serenity, the movie happened, but it'd be kind of pointless because they all look like they're 20 years older. They can't do it.
Mm-mm. No, they can't. And Snow Dub, music and entertainment with $2 super chat says Pup is Purple's #1 true love. Mexican Iron Man wishes he was. Thank you, Snow Dub, for that $2 super chat. You guys keep the fires burning bright in Valhalla. Thank you, brother.
I see another lightsaber battle duel coming on.
Mm-hmm. Well, wouldn't it be spectacular if Puff and El Perro teamed up against Mexican Iron Man?
Ooh, he'd have to fight with a double-bladed saber.
Yep.
He'd have to Darth Maul him.
And Skull Snowdub, yes. Thank you, brother. I swear by my pretty floral bonnet, I will end you.
Oh, Jane, if you can't do something smart, let's do something right.
I don't know. I love the Firefly we got. I would have loved more Firefly at the time, but I think that what we got is what we got. And, well, that's the way it needs to stay. But Disney's going to do whatever Disney wants to do, and they're going to screw it up with Disney politics. So
Disney cannot come up with anything original anymore. They have no originality in that company. They are nothing but mimics and trying to bring something back, reboot, remake, redo, whatever. They cannot come up with anything original.
Well, the Disney movies, the original Disney movies, are all based on Grimm fairy tales. So even then, they are copying someone else. It is not original content. They're taking stories and adapting them to the silver screen. But they weren't Disney stories. Disney didn't own those stories. Those were Grimm fairy tales. So even then, that was someone else's work. If you think about it, how much original content has Disney ever given you that's theirs, that they came up with?
Off the top of my head, I can't think of much.
No, not much. It's all someone else's content.
But
what, Mickey?
Yeah, Mickey. Maybe Donald Duck and a few of the other animated characters, but
Soul Assassin says a Firefly hotel could be cool, like that Star Wars. Oh,
oh
wait,
God, I don't even want to go there.
Disney used to be good. That's true, but they still took from other people's ideas. Tron, yes, but Disney. It was another writer that wrote Tron. It wasn't Disney. Herbie the Love Bug. Eastland Burkholder, I dropped you an email, same name. Let me know what you think. I will, EB. Thank you. Thank you.
A computer who wore tennis shoes, maybe.
Disney made the black hole. Yes, it did.
Yeah. Yep.
Yes,
everybody says I sound like old Slim Pickens. The robot.
You do, just like him. Someone outside of Valhalla saw that opening with Bob and Vincent, and said, how did you get them to do that? Like, oh, you went and got the original guys to do that. A Dag Outlaw, Pirates League was my creation at Disney. They gave me a pirate map, license, Jack Sparrow hat, and a duffel bag. They got millions in exchange.
Good one. Good one.
It's almost like we're living in a world where a quitter is the athlete of the year. Yes, the person who takes a knee and quits. Yes. You hang up your shoes on the throne of wokeness and yes, you get to become athlete of the year. It's the quitters and the whiners. In a age where participation trophies rule, I'm not surprised.
Well, the thing about the corporate think anymore is they think people are stupid, and they'll buy whatever you shove at them. We are going to decide what you like and what you don't like, and to an extent, some people actually go that route, but there are a whole lot more that are pretty much putting their foot down, saying bullshit. People are starting to wake up. There's going to be a big turnaround in this country coming. And when it happens, the people that have been pushing all this woke garbage and bullshit on the public are going to find out, they didn't quite anticipate what's going to happen.
Did you hear about Steven Spielberg and his West Side Story?
Oh, yeah. The reason he wouldn't put English subtitles in.
I didn't want to substitute any of the Spanish out of respect for the inclusivity of our intentions to hire a totally Latinx cast to play the Shark Boys and Girls. That was a mandate that I put down to Cindy Tolan, who cast the movie, that I'm not going to entertain any auditions of anybody who isn't parents or grandparents or themselves from Latinx countries, especially Puerto Rico. We have 20 performers in our film from Puerto Rico. And that was very important. And that goes hand in hand for not subtitling the Spanish. If I subtitled the Spanish, I'd simply be doubling down on the English and giving English the power over Spanish.
Yeah,
and this was not going to happen on this film.
That's a cop-out. I mean, I don't know. Hey, Mexican Iron Man, if they had put subtitles up there, would that really have made you mad?
That made you mad, Mexican Iron Man, if they put subtitles up on sharks versus... Olds Gamer 72 Cutlass throws out a super sticker, and it is a controller that says critical hit. Thank you. He might not still be here, or he's just not listening.
Yeah, he might have bailed. Yeah,
so that means he's hired no one, since there's no such thing as a Latinx country.
Huh.
Good point. Brightest day.
Yep.
I've never heard of the country called Latinx. Check it out right here. Soul Assassin. As a Latino, I'm cool with subtitles. Helps people learn Spanish faster.
Yep.
But yet they are going to be singing in English.
Honestly, virtue signal, Batman. Look, it's the virtue signal, Batman.
Why are you asking Mexican Iron Man? He has no Mexichlorians. Oh, Snorted Poopers Cuber, thank you. My favorite polar bear says, isn't Lupita a Latin X. Oh, shit. Oh, I got over 9. Oh. I just couldn't believe that when I saw that. I was like, why? We're taking a stand against the English language. English will not have it's just you're pandering. You're so pandering. Guess what? You know what? If America is so bad, if capitalism is so bad, move to Russia.
Yep. Or Venezuela.
Steven Seagal did. Steven Seagal moved to Russia. He dodged taxes and moved to Russia. Just go to Russia. Go live in Russia. Hello, comrade Steven. Comrade. Just go to Russia. Go to Cuba. Move to Cuba. How long are you gonna last in Cuba?
Yeah,
but Supreme Leader, we want to scoff at the way your military does things and thumb our noses at your political power. Cut his fucking head off. That's what you're gonna hear.
Yeah, the thing people don't realize is in communist and socialist countries, you don't have the freedom to speak that we do here. Now, it's getting to where they're trying to silence even us now with, social media and kicking you off the platform if they don't agree with you and whatnot. But it hasn't quite gotten as bad as it is in China and Venezuela and a few of the other places.
Purple Valkyrie says Tom Hanks went to Greece, but for different reasons.
Yeah, we're not going there.
Mm-hmm. I laughed for 5 minutes when the commercial said one of Spielberg's greatest films. Dun, 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 dun. Russia is not as bad as China or Cuba, but that said, I think there are some in D.C. that lust after the way Putin uses power.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. And Brightest Day brings up an excellent point. Why is a white man making a Latin film? No English, no why? So if only Latinx.
I wonder if Steven speaks Spanish.
I know he's not Spanish. Dag Outlaw says, I'll go over Tom Hanks some Thursday after Christmas. Someone please remind me.
That will be interesting. I've heard the stories.
Oh, yeah. Well, if you notice, there's two different Tom Hanks. There is the Tom Hanks that did like that movie where the house is falling apart and The Dump or whatever the hell that movie was. There's the Tom Hanks that was in the early films like Big. And then you get that Tom Hanks that's in like Castaway and The Email. You've got mail. It's a different guy. It literally is a different guy. I'm not talking figuratively. They act completely differently.
It's like he went through a life-changing experience.
Mm-hmm. IMDb gives Seagal Russia, English, German, Irish, and Dutch entries. So he's coming in as the white savior. Then Steven Seagal, or you said Seagal, so no, he just went to Russia. He's trying to dodge taxes. Yeah, Big Daddy Fortnite. Not Fat Steven. Money Pit. Thank you, Chris Persia. Yes, the Money Pit. Hollywood rotted Tom Hanks's brain.
Well, you have to buy into something before you go off the deep end. You have to buy into it. It's like a frog in a pot of water. You don't throw the frog in the boiling water. You throw him in the pot with just room temperature water. Turn the heat on and slowly bring it up.
Yep. That's exactly right. They do change. Danny, Partridge Family explained how normal. Give him that thing. I don't know what you're saying, E.B. Hollywood needs an enema. Yes. Soul Assassin. Yes. Pat S. says, I'm glad he's making divisive West Side Story. I think that was the end lesson. Be tribal and divisive. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. It's all division. Division. We're going to divide everybody and say everybody's a hater.
They're easier to control when everybody is divided into their own little camps.
Yeah. If you're all getting along, then you're against them. If you're all getting along. I've always said we are more powerful together than we are apart. I've always said that since day one. And
they realize that. They are scared to death of people coming together. That's why they were so dead set against a certain president, because he was bringing people together.
You can say his name. I don't mind if you say his name.
Well, everybody knows who I'm talking about. I don't have to say Trump's a name.
I love seeing Tom Hanks' face when Ricky Gervais was calling them out. Yes. Oh, yes. I love that. I absolutely love that. Ricky's like a fucking hero.
Yeah. Yeah, he looked like he was ready to crawl under his chair.
And what did Tom do? Tom ran.
Oh, yeah.
Tom ran like a little bitch to another country. Yes, all those deer in the headlights looks, especially talking about, what's funny is you get a room of all of them together and you talk about how they all loved Weinstein. And you show video playback of them all kissing Weinstein's ass after they won an award. Oh, if it wasn't for Weinstein, this movie, it wasn't for Weinstein, if it wasn't for Harvey. Oh, God, thank you, Harvey. Oh, we love you, Harvey. And they all knew. Every single one of them knew exactly what he was doing. And they were all up on that stage kissing his ass.
That's because he had the power. I mean, you talk about He-Man. I have the power. Well, he got his ass took down.
Yeah, that one actress called Weinstein a god.
Oh, well, that was one from the Hunger Games. I can't even remember what her name is.
Oh, the one that stopped acting?
I think she's still acting. I think she's actually got some movie coming out on Netflix here. I don't think she's done anything of note in quite a while. Okay, I can't remember. One that played Rogue on X-Men. I can't remember what her damn name is.
Jennifer Lawrence.
Yeah, Jennifer Lawrence.
She played Raven Darkholme. She played Mystique.
Yeah. Mystique.
God help Sophie Turner. No one cares. No one cares about you, girl. No one gives a shit. You did all that ass kissing and all that fucking butt smooching and all that crap. you talked, and no one cares about you, and no one's hired you to be in more movies. Unless they're B movies. Stephen Glenn says 45 will be back in the White House. Every state in the union voted for him. Russia has 90K troops sitting on the border of Ukraine and will invade. The Dems have been giving them the nod for a while. Usually I don't talk politics on the show, but
politics and religion are two subjects that are best not discussed in polite company.
And hail to you, Stephen Glenn, as well, sir. Hail to you, my friend.
Oh,
yeah, funny how the big trial that's going on at the moment. Yeah, they're talking about Smollett. They'll talk about Smollett all they want, but yeah, let's keep Maxwell out of the press.
Yep.
Yes.
They're actually stifling the one guy that's trying to cover it on Twitter. They keep suspending him for posting about the trial. I mean, it's honestly just the lengths they're going to try to protect the powerful is unreal. It's a wonder that isn't the main story in this country.
And Pat Ash brings up a really good point. People call Pitt a hero for what he did to Harvey over his girl. That wasn't heroic. He was telling him to leave my chick alone and go do your nastiness somewhere else. He still worked for him. He still did movies for him. He still was his boy. He was a poster boy for Harvey Weinstein. Never forget that. Harvey left his chick alone after that, but went after others, and Brad Pitt didn't give a shit. And that's the way it is. And a super sticker from Eris of Chaos, $5. And it is Shiba Emu saying, hiya.
Hiya.
Thank you so much, Eris of Chaos, for that $5 super sticker. You guys keep the fires burning bright in Valhalla. When did Valhalla become polite? We're just not dicks. I wouldn't say we're polite. I'd say we're just not dicks.
Well, I can be an asshole. I just choose to not be most of the time. Every now and then I'll get on Twitter and I'll go on a rant or two. Oh, by the way, did you hear what the sheriff in Santa Fe said about Baldwin?
No. What did the sheriff in Santa Fe say about Baldwin?
He pretty much said bullshit. He said the gun was in his hand and he fired it. So all that spin and all that spin, and the man that has the ability to charge him does not believe his story that he spun last week.
Oh, it's funny. The cast has come out and said, the cast and crew has come out and said the descriptions of Rust as a chaotic, dangerous, and exploited workplace are false. Why did 20 people walk out then? This must be the other 25 that were left. And distract from what matters the most, the memory of Helena Hutchins. And the need to find modern alternatives to outdated industry firearm and safety practices. While it is true that a few crew members quit prior to the accident, the vast majority of us remained. The entire film crew quit besides Helena Hutchinson. Never feeling the need to protest or quit, we were enjoying our workplace. Those disgruntled few do not represent the view. So it is not the ones that walked. This is from the people that stayed. Yeah. This is cast and crew. So you could have one cast member and 25, or one crew member and 24 cast members in here. That they're not being specific on who exactly this is that is saying this. On Rust, our working hours and wages were fair and consistent with expectations. 12-hour days and turnarounds were standard, and typically we work from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. Bonanza Creek Ranch is a historic film set, and its location and transportation requirements were well understood by all crew members. They're digging at the crew members for saying, hey, we didn't want to drive an hour there and an hour back. The cast and crew also make it clear that housing was provided as required by the union. Payments were made generally on time, and amounts were as agreed to per individual or department deals. The working morale on set was high. Laughter and optimism were common amongst the cast and crew, from the director down to the production assistants. All departments worked well together, collaborating and helping each other achieve shared artistic goals.
Well, the little girl that was the prop master, her father said that she was trying to juggle 2 jobs on that set, and she just really didn't have time to do both of them. And they're trying to throw her under the bus, basically. Baldwin is, anyway.
Oh, yeah. Well, this was her second job. She fucked up. She fucked up. This was her second job as head armor. She fucked up.
No doubt about
it. It comes down to her. That's what it comes down to. Baldwin is just as much to blame, but this comes down to her. It was her job to check the weapon. She did not check the weapon. That's what it comes down to. She did not do her job. There was a runner that got the gun along with a holster, brought it to her, handed it to her. It was her job to check the weapon. She did not check the weapon. She handed that gun to the assistant director. It is not his job to check that weapon. It's not Baldwin's job to check that weapon. In fact, Baldwin is not allowed to pull the cylinder out and screw around with those shells. That's not his job.
But you do. I don't care who you are. You still check the weapon.
Yes.
You got to check it.
Anytime you are handed a firearm, you check the weapon. But it comes down to the armor. It's her job. It's her job to pull every single one of those shells out. It's her job to make sure it's not loaded. It's her job to make sure it's loaded the correct way and that there's nothing down the barrel. It's her job. Yes, Matt Cave. John Schneider's video about the revolver was epic.
Mm-hmm.
Jensen Ackles called out the unprofessionalism. It comes down to the armor. It comes down to the armor. Yes, that is Baldwin's problem right there. He pointed the gun at her.
And he pulled the trigger. No matter what he says.
And he pulled the trigger.
No matter what he says, he pulled the trigger. That weapon did not fire itself. It didn't spontaneously fire when it was pointed in that direction.
If the armor had
on the trigger.
If the armor had done her job the way she was supposed to, that gun would not have been loaded like that. Plain and simple.
There shouldn't have been live ammo anywhere around where those weapons were kept.
That's right. This thing from the cast and crew, this is a payoff. This is more of a payoff. This is none of the crew that left. None of the crew that were told they would have lodging and they didn't. This is all payoff right here. Well, the trigger wasn't pulled. I didn't pull the trigger. It wasn't in the script for the trigger to be pulled. Because, actors don't do anything that's not in the script.
Yeah.
He would never point a gun at anyone and pull the trigger. Never. Remember that. Remember he said that.
I don't know who's responsible, but it wasn't me.
Yeah. Ultimately, it's Hannah's number one priority on set. The set would have never been compromised if lime ammo were not introduced. Hannah being the armor. That was from her lawyer.
Snort. I'm worried that my pistol's sitting in a drawer in the cave, bear cave, plotting to pull its own trigger.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Because it happens. Happens all the time. Because anybody will believe a lie. They lie. Hell, their career is a lie. They are not the people they are in movies and on TV. Their entire existence is a lie.
Adult pretenders.
That is what they do for a living. They lie. We just saw it with Jussie Smollett. Can you believe that Jussie Smollett sat there and said this really happened? We know what happened. We know you hired those two brothers to do you like this. We know you sent them a message telling them you need to pull your punches when you do this.
Yeah, don't hurt me. Just hit me. Throw me on the ground.
So you know what you did, and you know you're lying. Only people that never use firearms are the most outspoken against them. Yes. The ones of us that learned weapon safety, the one of us that grew up with guns in our hands, hunting, learning how to use them responsibly. Not an issue.
Yeah, if you're going to own a firearm, do everybody a favor. Get some instructions on how to use it and how to use it safely. I don't care who you are. Most of the kids that I know grew up in the South. We were brought up from a very young age around firearms, and we learned to respect them very early in our lives because we had parents that took the time to teach us.
In a world of practicality, infinite SFX ability, why would any projectiles be used? They wouldn't be. I know there is an argument for both sides, but I can make realistic gunfire on my phone right now.
The only time I believe that they're on lower budget productions, it just, the effects cost so much more than somebody setting up at a range. It should be at a range where it's done, and it should be done safely. Firing live ammo, I can see that, like happening, but to have it back where the main shooting is, or the main movies being shot on set, to bring those same weapons back without just checking them, from one end to the other, I don't see that. I'll say that from now on, you're probably going to see a lot less real firearms on set.
Yes.
I'll have to say, that's probably what's going to be the result of all this. And, to a certain extent, it should be.
Some CGI gun. They'll have green guns like green screens.
Yeah.
Something like that. All right, we are at the top of the hour, ladies and gentlemen. We are getting out of here. Do not forget that we have a stream coming up. It's going to be around noon. It might not be exactly at noon. If I'm late, it's because I'm setting up. We are going to be at Space Cadet Comics at noon today, Central Standard Time. We are going to do a walkthrough of Space Cadet Comics. I'm going to show you where I go comic book hunting. Show you guys the pizza place. It's just a little pizza place inside the store. Walk around, have a good time. 24/7 Fusion's going to be with me. That is later today at noon. And we have the late show with Mexican Iron Man coming up tonight at 10 p.m. Central Standard Time. Yes, Chris Persia, noon today. Noon today, might be a little bit afternoon. Might be like 5 or 10 minutes because I got to get in there and I got to set up. So I will be walking around. I will be on video. I won't be showing my face on the video, but we will be on video walking around the store showing where I go comic book hunting. 24 has never been there. So this is 24's first time to go to Space Cadets. So we will be back later today with that. We will be back later tonight with the Late Show with Mexican Iron Man. And Purple Valkyrie has a stream coming up in just under an hour. Check her out. Dave Bob, is there anything you want to throw out here before we get out of here? Take care, everybody. Be excellent to each other. Always speak friend to enter, and we will catch you guys later.
Bye.
These videos are tremendous. Like, comment, and subscribe, and hammer that notification bell.